And by the way, please look up who beat FaZe earlier in the
That's what I'm
tournament.
doing
That's
right now,
something I wanted
actually,
to look at because FaZe is, in fact, in the loser bracket. This, you would think, will be the winner bracket who's going to continue on for the winner final.
So they
but
actually
it's
lost.
still the losers.
They lost to Chance and Josh OG.
Chance and Josh OG, which
was a pretty good team. Like I know
It
that
is a pretty good
they,
team.
I know they faced off against. I think it was someone earlier in the tournament. They had some pretty close games. But yeah, they ended up taking them down. They ended up losing to Ninja and King Richard to get down the losers bracket. But yeah, I mean, it's fair to say that they've caught fire. Yeah, they've caught fire now.
Losers bracket momentum.
It's
real.
It's serious.
Let's break this down, right? So they start off in losers round 3. Let's go ahead and, or actually, we're going to go ahead and load into the game here shortly. But as far as phases run through the losers bracket, losers round 3, they face off against Optic Hitch and Optic Maniac. Of course, they advance through that. Next game they have is Nick F30 and One Shot Girl. They advance through that. Then they have Pomage and Salty. They advance through that.
We watched that.
And they just took down Ninja and King Richard, who they advanced through that. And now they have NoahJ456 and Avxry, the runners-up at last week's tournament. Then they also have the TSM boys, Daquan and Hamlin, still waiting in losers finals. And then we have Typical Gamer and Sword Thief in the grand finals. And, of course, coming from the losers bracket, the FaZe boys,
Twice.
if they do advance through all of these matches, they're going to have to win 2 best-of-5s. Without question, the greatest losers bracket run in Fortnite history. If FaZe can even pull off a few of these, let alone the entire tournament.
Well, like I said, honestly, I've got to go with my boys FaZe. I'm
Oh.
calling them my boys now.
Your boys, huh?
Hey, listen, man.
Your
I am a true fan and a believer.
Whose man's?
I am a true fan and believer of FaZe. But still.
So all I'm saying is that Ryan's team
yeah.
made it pretty far. My team's sitting in the grand finals.
And TSM is my team, believe it or not.
your squad, who you predicted, got, oh, yeah, that's right, last place.
And no,
and they're gone.
TSM is still in it. I love TSM.
I remember you saying at the beginning of the tournament how you were saying that Nick Merckx and Cypher were going to win.
And I remember also making a second prediction very close
Taylor,
to that.
Taylor's had like 8 teams so far.
And saying TSM. I'm telling you, TSM, Daquan, man, come on. He's my boy. But anyways, nonetheless, hear me.
You called his teammate Hamilton, so.
Yeah, well,
you did say
Those
that.
are really your boys.
I was saying it.
As we say that, though, Avxry does go down off the rip.
Oh, my God.
His teammate is there, however, to hopefully get him with the revive, unless.
Oh, no.
That is
Let's get spicy. He's gonna get this kill
6
now.
shots to the body.
Oh.
And there's another one.
And he gets-
Oh, my
he gets bold.
goodness. NoahJ.
Huge play by NoahJ.
Absolutely eliminating the enemies in quick succession. That's now 3 for him, and has to go for the quick res. No walls, I guess, to really put down. I think he thinks he's pretty much safe when it comes into shifty shafts. But yeah, an early 3-0 start. That's the way to kind of break off the game. Unfortunately, Avxry does receive a little bit of damage in that situation. Probably not one that you like to replicate anytime soon. But that's what you have to do, right? Those early engagements, you have to find them, because we talk about the consistency from Cloak and Tfue is unreal. They're going to be finding kills throughout the entire game. It's basically a consistency of kills. They're going to be coming at you at all times. So we're going to see if NoahJ and Avxry can weather the storm.
They seem to have a little bit of a system, too. If you notice that, they keep landing that one spot that we think isn't very populated. And I'm guessing they have some sort of route where they land there, loot up, and they hit a certain route to where there's always players in populated areas, because they have been getting high kill games pretty much since we've been watching them play towards these later rounds.
Yeah.
And one thing we missed during that big engagement where we saw him get 3 kills, Noah get 3 kills, Tfue actually did, in fact, pick up a knock. I don't know if he got the kill with it, but I know for sure he got the knock. I did not see the kill come through, but nonetheless showing that they are getting some engagements on their end. And you see Cloak coming in, shotgunning one of the teammates, and he does pick up one of the kills. So at least we do have kills on both sides of it, maybe relatively close. Unfortunately, this is the only perspective we do have, though.
But that's the thing, right? We talk about, okay, NoahJ, wow, 3 kills immediately. Okay, just casually, FaZe are now within 1 kill. Like that's what it takes, right? Just a matter of that consistency. And like you said, Ryan, I don't know if it makes that they just have a route, if they just know a spot, but they have to know something to where it's just a matter of maybe all certain locations, like you talk about the maps or the location at the top of the map, just happen to equal out to 1 point, and they're just setting up and know the routes. But they obviously got a few tricks up their sleeve, and they're obviously making it happen.
They're always in the right place at the right time, it seems like, right? And you can say some of that's coincidence, but I feel like they're always setting themselves up to get high kill games. And so I think they have some sort of system going for them.
There's another one. Cloak officially eliminates another player. And granted, like, I don't blame NoahJ and Avxry for, of course, trying to get up the mats, trying to progress themselves when it comes down to later game. But we know, right? You have to just get out of here, start finding the kills before it starts to get out of hand. And granted, it's not yet. But it absolutely could, unless they don't get out of here soon.
Here's the way I look at it. So, obviously, this game type runs a lot different than a normal Fortnite game. In a normal Fortnite game, you want to get all your mats. You want to make sure you have all your stuff in check. However, in this game type, I feel like you don't need to do as much farming because it's kill-based. You're going to be forcing so many more engagements.
Right.
And so when you do force engagements, when you do get kills, you loot the bodies. The bodies have mats on them. So I feel like you can acquire your mats actually through getting your kills more so than you're wasting time pounding tree after tree after tree after tree.
Oh, actually, they have the lead by 1.
So it's 4-3.
Yeah.
I think it's 4-3 in favor of FaZe, correct?
No. It's 3-2. FaZe has 2, and then they have 3.
Oh, I guess I might have read that totally wrong. But either way, though, looking on, game is still early. If you're just joining us, curious, what is the format exactly for regarding this game? So it is actually 3-2, like you said there, Taylor. Of course, advantage toward Noah and Avxry. But as far as the format is considered, basically, guys, if you're new to what exactly this overall tournament is, essentially you have a full 4-man lobby, 2 players on each squad. So in this particular scenario, we have Avxry and NoahJ on the same squad versus Cloak and Tfue. They all join the same lobby, and essentially both teams can go wherever they like to. They can find different kills. The name of the game is all about kills. You can find locations. It's not really about placements. Winning the game normally is great, like you mentioned earlier, Ryan, but it's solely about the kills. After 2 games, either if the teams are tied, we head to a map 3, but whoever has the advantage after 2 maps of play moves on to the next round. So it's solely about kills. Finding those slays is what is the name of the game. And, of course, we have the teams that we have for a reason here right now. Our final 4 is obviously taking things out as Avxry and NoahJ up in the fight versus Cloak and Tfue.
You want to talk about a predator stalking his prey. He's been looking at this team that's been off in the distance for some time now, and this team is actually coming directly at Noah and Avxry. And they're gonna go ahead and backtrack and maybe try to cut them off a little bit, which is I'm quite curious as to why they're doing this, what their strategy is, because normally we would have already seen an engagement by this. Of course, they don't have the weapons really to take it over. But
if this was Tfue and Cloak, there would be impulses, there would be rockets, and there would be barriers 36,000 feet high.
Like a crocodile hunter vibe right now. Like he stalks the potato.
Oh, gets one of them, and actually that was.
Oh, there's a third.
That was a potato.
I think Cloak got one of them.
Cloak did. Did Cloak get one of them?
Where is Cloak?
A down came in right when that kid fell.
No, I think they're too far away. Yeah, you look at the minimap. Unless he godlike just came out. Well, there it is. So now you're seeing Noah. He has 4 kills. Avxry just picked up 2. So that puts him at a total of 6, I do believe. I don't know. I believe they're actually ahead of FaZe at this point.
I just saw him leave the LMG. I'm curious, like, is he like, like we just saw Ninja do something with it, like maybe I
would be lying. I'm gonna think twice looking at the thing every time I see it now.
Oh yeah, I know. We look at it and I'm like that's good, but I'll probably take a regular AR.
I'm gonna shoot the ceiling with it. It's gonna kick up to the sky when I shoot it, but
yeah, start shooting the roof.
Well, FaZe still over there at the Salty, trying to find some kills. A bit slow on their end, of course. Noah and them landing over at Shifty Shafts and then going to Greasy. They've managed to find a couple of kills from that.
And Salty is a very heavily populated area as well, especially toward this portion of the game. That's kind of near the edge of the zone as well. But that's going to be a very high priority area. Kind of where we see Avxry and NoahJ, I mean, generally isn't too populated. You're, of course, going to have some guys from time to time, but as far as population is considered, you've got to give the advantage right now toward the FaZe boys as far as where players are going to be lingering the majority of the time.
Did you catch that
guy?
I don't think he did. Oh, that's actually
that's got to be his teammate. Got to be his teammate. Up close, a personal fight. Whips the first shot. Has the ability to take down one. The barriers get built, and that should be done and through with Deadpool 170543. Congratulations, buddy.
And FaZe Cloak actually is going to answer back as well, getting 1 kill himself. Noah gets a
Cloak
kill.
goes down.
Did Cloak go down? Cloak
does go down.
Cloak does go down. Tfue is going to have to pick his teammate up. Meanwhile, not going to affect Noah at all. Noah and Avxry both just tearing up the competition.
Cloak is out.
And Cloak is out. Another gunfight still going down between Noah and Avxry. And there's another kill going down. 6 kills now. Avxry with, I believe, 3 kills herself. And phenomenal stuff coming in from both teams. With Cloak going down, now Tfue, he's been in this situation before. Guys, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that Tfue's about to go on a rampage.
Is he going to pull a ninja? Or
I don't think no one can do that. But
fair enough.
Let's be realistic.
I agree.
But no, like I said, we know these FaZe guys, especially Tfue, holds a kill record himself, always capable of going off for a ton of kills. That being said, our previous finalists are starting to kind of show us again why they were in that position last time. Yep.
And just like that, Tfue actually ends up dropping. So Cloak and Tfue are out of this map number 1. So,
this is a
ladies and gentlemen, it's really going to all be about the stacking of kills. 21 more opponents for Avxry and NoahJ. It's really about stacking as many as you can. We talk about FaZe. Without question, the favorites coming into this match, based on their track record, the insane losers bracket run that they've had so far, really, it's about farming as many kills as you can, trying to pad that lead for what should be a very interesting map 2.
And Avxry on your screen, she just picked up a kill as well, as some more engagements might, in fact, go down. And at this point, there's still 20 kills left, and that can be a big advantage going into the round 2. And you need every single advantage when you're going against a FaZe clan. This is the first time we've seen FaZe drop this early on. Typically, they're up throughout the entire game. They may not win the game or get first place, but nonetheless, they're at least within the top 5 of every single game we've been seeing them. So this is kind of an orthodox coming from them. Maybe they're coming down from the come down, really, from that huge match between Ninja and King Richard. But guys, it's going to be a bit testy, as we'll see how many kills can Noah and Avxry pick up.
And what's nice, too, is they also have the jump pad, so they can kind of hang out a little bit if players start to get kind of toward the zone. A lot of times you can have that awkward engagement where it's like, do I challenge this guy or do I try to get in the zone? Essentially, they can kind of have a little bit of a breather. Essentially, they can walk a little bit slower. They don't have to be super hyper-aggressive when it comes to hopping in the zone. They have that jump pad. They can kind of hang out a little bit and kind of work on the kills from there. You got at least one area of Salty Springs. Players kind of coming out of Fatal Fields as well. Potentially quite a few members, at least still alive right now, could be lingering around this area. So it's nice to kind of have that very important equipment in your back pocket, of course, sitting right here with NoahJ. But, I mean, speaking of NoahJ, man, he's got 6 kills. He's the reason why Avxry is still alive in this game right now. He went off toward the beginning of this game, has been finding consistent slays. And like I said, he's the reason why this team is up, and the reason why this team could have a huge lead heading in toward map 2, which definitely is not what was expected, but what has been expected so far throughout this tournament.
That's really the question. What has been expected through any of this tournament? I mean, it's so unpredictable, but nonetheless, still, as we see 11 total kills still remaining. A lot of kills going down, but not for the team that needs it to progress in this tournament. Of course, they do have the lead. Actually, they have a little bit of a lead. I believe at least by 3 or 4 kills at this point, maybe even more, as we'll maybe see a scoreboard later on. But they're going to go ahead and pursue that circle. There might be some people ahead of them just over this hill.
Yeah.
But still slow as we've been seeing. But they definitely have done
slow and steady, baby.
Slow and steady. They've had that kind of slow approach, you know, just coming in, just really stalking out their prey. And actually, look at that. And player just so happens to build up in front. Does he go for the full kill? Yes, he does. He's going to go ahead and pick up all of that good loot. Sees another player ahead of him. And just slow and steady. You know, that seems to be the way that they're winning this.
But I feel like it's such a risky thing to do, because we talk about heading into a map 2, right? FaZe Tfue, FaZe Cloak. I mean, they're going to be all out aggression,
running
like,
and gunning. Yeah.
And could it work? Yeah, but at least so far, it's about a 10% chance that that's going to happen again. So I don't know. I appreciate the strategy, and I know it's working for them now. And of course, they're playing a little bit slower. Why? Because they can. They have the advantage right now. They're playing slower. They want to find all these kills at the speed that they want. They got to be prepared, right, to switch up their play style when it comes down to map 2. Are they that versatile, though? That's the question I think to be asking.
Being really sneaky, coming on that flank is going to be Noah. I don't think the player knows he's there. Now he definitely does, and missing some shots. Those are important shots, especially when you're coming on the flank, but manages to pick them up with the AR. Both Avxry as well as Noah putting shots in that enemy, and there it is. The knockdown is going to come in. Where are the other teammates, though, as they're just raking up the kills left and right? Still a potential of 7 total kills. Picks up the med. That's awesome in his favor. But, of course, they're going to get a couple more pushes. Rockets.
Oh, my God, there's 2 rockets.
Quite a few rockets coming in, and this allows for a push.
Are those
Rockets, red glare.
Are those even supposed to go at him, though? I think those are being shot at someone else. He just
gotta be careful.
Oh.
Actually, I believe he might have
killed himself.
Yeah, he actually put the barrier in front of the rockets, so that makes the person who was shooting the rockets actually kill themselves. A fantastic play coming in from NoahJ. The barriers being placed incredibly high. I know for zombies, he's used to putting them up, and he's doing it exactly here in Fortnite as well, using the great limitations.
Nice
actually,
launchpad play.
Yeah, takes out the launch pad and is able to escape away. Great play from NoahJ, man. I mean, that's a perfect position. Not in the greatest of line sights. Decides to go back up and reassess the situation. He's doing it all right now for a squad.
Yeah, not to mention Avxry actually got a kill during that big engagement, so Avxry stacks up another one behind him. And I don't know how many kills he's currently sitting at, but I know he's got quite a bit so far, and still 6 kills coming down. They know where they're at. He's going to go ahead and med up. He's looking pretty good. 100 health, 54. But rockets still flying in. He's got to be careful. One rocket can just totally end his life. He's going to push up over this house. I'm liking this play to get that high ground.
Nice headshot.
Nice reaction shots coming in on that enemy player. He's going to try and get the high ground. The enemy player is as well. He gets behind him.
I didn't know he had that.
Not able to get a clear shot. He's going to edit out.
Nice
and
edit.
Oh.
This is some crazy.
I didn't know he could do this.
Trying to get high ground.
Jeez.
Oh, all players actually in front of him. This is big.
Yep. Nice down. Needs to solidify the kill. There it is. That's now number 9, trying to get to double digits, and has the opportunity to do so. Player just in front of him. Rockets still continuing to fire.
Oh, my God.
I feel like putting my hand on my heart. It's the Rockets' red glare, but it seems as if the kills potentially could come forward. Puts out the edit. And the player's actually in the zone right now, but ends up getting taken down. He should be dead to rights. Avxry needs to stay alive, so he will be downed. And now it's up to Avxry. 4 more potential kills to find. He's still in the zone and has to put down the jump pad. Escapes right now toward some sides of positivity, but regardless, though, keeping in mind the kills right now.
9 and 5.
Yeah.
9 and 5. So a total of 14 kills amongst the 2 of them. And I kind of missed what FaZe was sitting at right there. But, man, that is a good, sizable lead, especially if Avxry here can pick up 4 more kills, of course, building up. And now we're going to get to see how Avxry can build it, because Avxry's been on the kill feed for quite some time, 14 and 4. I mean, it's only going up from here. And that big rocket coming in, but not enough damage to bring down the fort. Crazy stuff going on. They're going to be attacking left and right. This is the chance for Avxry really to prove himself. How can he handle himself in this 1v1 or 1v4 situation? Yeah,
it's going to be difficult to try and escape from, of course, trying to limit the vision of the tree to try to grant a little bit more vision. So nice play to do that. However, the zone is moving in. This is going to do a lot of damage to him here, Ryan. Needs to try and escape. Here comes the rocket. Thankfully puts up the wall, and now here's the opportunity to take him down, and does exactly that. A big 9th frag comes in here, or 6th kill, rather, from Avxry. And still has players all at his backside, putting up the walls in a fantastic defensive manner, is staying up for the time, but just like that, the shotgun comes in, and that is how map 1 closes out. I believe FaZe guys finish off with 4, and that's 15.
11 kill lead
from Avxry and NoahJ. That's a very solid lead.
That's a lead.
That's huge going into this, and I don't think either of us could have predicted that. I know we're all going FaZe at that
point. We were all straight FaZe up heading into to this
match. I can't do it. I wish I could. You guys are too cool for me. But 11 kill lead, man. That's quite impressive.
Solid. That's impressive.
So if you're FaZe now, you have to go tilted.
I think you do.
You have to both go tilted at this point.
Which we haven't seen them do yet.
I don't see, I don't know. You're too far into the bracket. The players are too good. You have to both go. You have to wipe tilted. If Ninja can do it by himself, 2 high skill human beings should be able to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Wipe tilted, move forward.
And we know how NoahJ and Avxry played, at least in their past tournament, even in here. They're playing methodical. They're playing slow. They want to stay alive, right? They're going to be playing their lives for the most part. They're slowly, but the thing is that whenever you're in FaZe's situation, you have to kind of rely. Like maybe the enemy dies. Like maybe we can kind of get an advantage here. That's not going to be the case. Like these guys are going to be staying up, so you almost have to kind of apply the question marks yourself. Like we have to pursue this. They're going to stay alive. They're going to find their kills. There's no question about it. They like to stay alive, and they obviously do so in all the matches that we've seen, and they're here for a reason. But they're going to have to kind of implement their own strategy as far as slay, because we don't have to worry about the enemy dying early.
Yep.
We have to find the kills ourselves. So I think, like you said, maybe like a tilted, or maybe they try to split up in some cases. What I would like to see personally is a 2-man hit toward tilted. I want to see a squad or a duo rather hit tilted together. Maybe limit. Maybe you kind of hop in a building toward to each other. You obviously try to get your own loot, but. I don't know, man. Like solo tilted is very, very risky.
So risky.
It obviously worked out for Ninja, right? That was a miracle. We're never going to see something like that ever happen again. However, though, it all is going to obviously come down to this. So I'm very curious to see what Cloak and Tfue can do, of course, with the deficit that currently sets in front of them. 11 kills down. I mean, we talk about the insane losers bracket run. Could it be coming to an end here, or can they make a massive comeback and potentially be facing off against the TSM boys?
I just want to point out once again NoahJ and Avxry's strategy of we didn't start seeing those close engagements until really towards the end of the match. Okay, typically before that they were just stalking their prey, as we saw, and they were just taking those long engagements, which seemed to work for them fairly well. And that's something that we haven't seen overall in this tournament. They're
going tilted. FaZe guys are going tilted for sure.
I wish we could see their
perspective,
but we can't.
I think they're both hitting it. I think they're both hitting it.
I think they're going to.
I think you're either going to see a bunch of kills in the kill feed or 2 drops.
Yeah,
and
definitely
fast.
I don't know if it goes. I don't see anything other thing happening.
Yeah, it's got to happen here.
Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be quick.
Be looking at the kill feed, and it looks like already Tfue knocks out
Double
2 players.
Full health still.
And that's what you need, right? But those kills need to come in a lot higher of those sequences, of course. Unfortunately, we can't watch the perspectives. None of those guys are currently streaming, so we do apologize for that. But
2 more kills.
Yeah. That is scary. But while that is like nice to see, it is also very scary because along with those kills coming through, everyone in Tilted has an idea as to where they are. So we talked about whenever Ninja landed in Tilted, there were like at least 20 other people who also landed there along with him. So as those kills are coming in, while it is nice because you're eliminating the playing field, there's still tons of players who are probably swarming them as we speak.
Tfue
another one.
Tfue Elim.
And you could see Noah
Tfue
looking
still
at
full health, Cloak, full health shield.
Noah
I just see. It makes you wonder. Like I feel like every time our high skilled teams hit Tilted together, they get a lot of kills. Very rarely is it causing them to die. We're still not seeing it enough. Like it's a bunch of kills on a platter.
Yeah, kind of only see it whenever they're at a huge deficit.
Tfue knock again. I mean,
that's scary, man.
Especially for Noah, and you could see, look, 15-7, they've already managed to pick up.
I think they have more than 3 kills too.
They might have more. Well,
Cloak?
Cloak goes down. Tfue now last up. If they both go
risk.
down, then that's it.
Right.
That's the thing,
the
right?
Risk.
Like
Tfue half health, it could be over.
Like they find the kills, but and that's all nice, right? That's the issue with going Tilted. Like it looks nice, but there are so many players who are hearing that. I mean, I personally go Tilted quite often.
Tfue's frying.
Yeah, Tfue's going off right now. But I mean, as a person who obviously watches everyone else succeed because I'm obviously not good enough, whenever I'm playing in Tilted, I'm listening like in the buildings and I'm like, okay, this guy's going off in this direction. If you have some players who are willing to kind of take a risk, they're going to swarm the players who are kind of making some noise. We obviously know Tfue and Cloak, they're probably sprinting everywhere. They're jump padding, they're rocketing. I mean, they're doing everything they can to pick up these frags in quick succession. So while it is nice, obviously, to have the ability to make a play like that happen, like you mentioned, high risk, high reward. The reward is there for a short time, but it's a matter of getting out when you need to. And, of course, they don't happen to do that. It looks like NoahJ, though, receiving some shots tagged in the side, and we'll see if he can escape out of this.
And we'll see if he's going to be able to get out of this. And he does find a player. What an easy kill, picking it up, and that's big. Any kills at this point is going to be huge. Now, you notice NoahJ and Avxry have not changed their overall strategy. They're still sticking together, and they're just stalking their prey, essentially, right? Right now, they're going to go ahead and do a double team on this player down below, which, by the way, should be no issue at all. But I say that. We've been seeing a lot of one-pump shots to the face, and this player is doing everything. Now, this is where you would want to edit in, right? You would want to come in, puts down the trap, another trap coming down as well to kind of trap that player.
Oh, yeah, he was.
And there he got elimination from the trap. And
there's another.
There's
John
another
Wick.
one. That's what, 3 kills?
Oh, there's a chug jug.
Plus a chug jug, and of course you know one of them is going to be using that.
Tfue's knocking people out left and right, but I mean, are there enough kills in the map and enough time left? I just don't know if there are.
I mean, he's in the right place to do it, but it's also like, I mean, the risk that you have. I mean, there's probably so many engagements that he could be either running from or anything like that. But like I said, this is typical play. That's obviously nice from Avxry and NoahJ. Consistency. They go to a decently populated place. They're kind of playing their lives. They're challenging everything as a duo, nothing by themselves, and that's what they need to do. Play consistent. Like I said, it's a matter of slowly but surely progressing on in this game. That's exactly what's working out for them.
Yeah, I like their overall strategy. This is something that I like seeing, the consistency between the two. Definitely playing it out. They don't change it up. I mean, they like to play how they play. They play it safe, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you have this lead. But obviously, it's shown it's working for them. Second place in the last tournament. Now they are clearly moving well through the loser bracket here, especially against FaZe. But still, with that being said, Tfue is a one-man army. He's been getting kills left and right, of course. I would love to see his position. He's probably at this point out of Tilted Towers and moving forward. But, hey, and once again, on your screen, he's still getting kills. I would love to see the updated scoreboard. Of course, it's a bit difficult to see. But then again, Avxry and Noah, both of them still up. Both of them sticking together relatively well. And let's see if they get any more engagements. Actually, if you look over to the right, I just saw at least 2 or 3 players.
Yeah, this is big right now as far as things are considered. 18-11, so not much separating our two teams. It is a decent amount, but as these kills are beginning to come to a close, we'll see what Avxry NoahJ can do. Nice knock there coming in from NoahJ. Another player just happens to be in his line side, has the team fire coming in from Avxry. He's also got some cluster grenades to toss out as well. We'll see if those can do a little bit more damage towards the enemy. At least they're going to take down the barriers. And here comes the shotgun rush. Gets, I think, like, 15, 16 damage in that particular sense. And just like that, there's the down.
Yep.
And the kills progress.
See if Avxry's going to be pushing up as well to try and help out a little bit. Shots are still going to be fired. Pushing up, gets a nice hit with the shotgun. There's going to be another player pushing just in front of him. Missing those shotguns. Does he go? No, he goes for the third. Can he get it? This is huge. And he gets it. And this is something, if you are Tfue, you do not want to see that kill feed light up with your enemy team getting all of those kills. They're going to keep extending their lead. I'm telling you, this team.
They're not stopping.
Another one coming through. What is going on? They just continue to get all of these engagements. Who needs tilted whenever you're Avxry and NoahJ?
Like
they're just attracting everybody.
All right, yeah, FaZe down, boys.
Yeah,
it's looking slow.
Yeah, they're done.
NoahJ and Avxry are absolutely killing everything in their path.
Like, and I was obviously doing some research. I've been watching NoahJ for a while when his past in Call of Duty. This guy's known for playing zombies.
Yeah.
Like, he's known for playing – same thing with Avxry. Like, these two guys, their past history has been in straight up playing zombies. And, like –
all right, so they specialize in games where waves of enemies come at you. All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
So, obviously,
it.
it does make somewhat of a case. But, I mean, at the same time, we talk about the history, right, from all these guys. Where do they come from? Multiple titles, FIFA, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Elder Scrolls Online, for God's sake. I mean, a number of different titles. And it just goes to show, Call of Duty Zombies. These guys come in from a totally different aspect of the game, now leading into Fortnite, and they're sitting potentially in what could be our losers finals game for $10,000 for some of the best players in the entire world.
So they're gonna assuming they close this match out. Our defending runner-ups are now going to be in position to once again hit the grand finals.
Yeah, and of course they right now
they
Daquan and Hamlin's are waiting.
They have a tough task in front of them with the TSM boys, but even getting top 3 if they don't take down the TSM boys. I mean, to make it in the grand finals last week, to make it back into the top 3 week 2. I mean, I think this is proving that these guys belong in kind of your list of favorites. These guys are the real deal. Last week was not a fluke. Like, these guys are
24-13.
11, 29 on the map, 1v2. I mean. Hey, I believe in miracles, but probably not here.
One thing, just once again, just a little analysis on NoahJ and Avxry. Just watching them, honestly, they have a very plain, basic game style. They play back, they get the kills. It is the most controlled game style I have ever seen. But it's so effective. They don't try to do anything fancy, but let it be known, and we have seen it from both players, when it is time to get fancy and build up, they can perform there as well.
Yeah, there were some moments from NoahJ where it was like, I didn't even know he had that. Like, he was just, I mean, he was building up basically like a pro. Like, he was making it look so easy, and all the credit to him, right? I mean, these guys obviously perform the way they did. They were in the winner's bracket when it came down to the grand finals of last tournament. They obviously don't lose an entire match until they face off, of course, against Nick Merckx and Cypher. So all the props to them for making it as far as they did. I think it's fair to say a lot more stacked of a bracket this time around, comparing on who is here as it currently stands. But yeah, man, I mean, all the props to them, like you said, Taylor. Very controlled gameplay, consistently challenging things as a team. And I think what's really working out for them is the factor of phases, maybe consistency of finding those quick kills. It doesn't work out for them once, and that's the issue and the risk of doing it. Essentially, is like I said, it's a high risk, high reward play for them. It usually works out a high majority of the time. But you put them in an awkward spot. They both have to go tilted. They make a lot of noise. They find quite a bit of kills off the break. But that's what Fortnite is, man. That's what the overall scheme of things, when it comes down to Battle Royale games, you make some noise, everyone is alerted to your position. And we talk about Fortnite more than any other Battle Royale. It's the factor of really just challenging everything. Like, this isn't a PUBG where you sit in a building for quite a bit of time. It's rush. And obviously, that goes to show that how it works. So,
and a big push here, and he manages to impulse directly behind them and straight up to it. And that player doesn't even know he's there. Almost gets turned on with the pump there, but nonetheless, he's going to be safe and misses that shot. But that's okay. He's going to go ahead and finish him off with a nice headshot, and he's going to go ahead and push this other player. Jump pad. Oh no, with the res. And actually, I think that's Tfue who knocked down the other player.
These guys have a 2-bar at Starbucks right now. Like, they have no idea what's happening.
Go ahead and use the jump pad, and I think with that it becomes mathematically impossible for FaZe Tfue to come through. He definitely could.
What is happening?
I'm telling you, they just find these engagements when these players are just straight up not playing.
What is this? NoahJ has been going off. Like,
no, he has.
He's been dropping like back-to-back like 10+ games, or nearly 10+ in this game. He's probably going to find 10, and it could be happening right here. And he's just limiting the possibilities for Tfue. Granted, props to Tfue. I don't know how many kills he has right now, but I think he had 13.
He was at 11.
He had like 11 to 13 a few seconds ago. Now he's up to 16 in total as a team. So, I mean, he's finding these kills in quick succession. But, I mean, if we kind of reload things, add like another 50 players to the lobby, we could be saying a different story.
Absolutely.
But I think it's probably too little too late, guys.
Yeah, I mean, Tfue's been lighting up. I mean, he's been alone for some time now. Cloak got dropped, at least early on, but Tfue hasn't been stopping.
Llama!
And there is a llama, but honestly,
Loot llama,
everybody.
This late in the game doesn't even matter.
Let's get the llama out, Ryan. Get it out.
It's actually
where's my llama? Mine's back here.
Who's over there? the llama just.
I'm gonna give you
get
this,
a
Taylor.
rub good luck.
Did he shoot it?
What happened?
You can shoot them.
No, I know you can shoot. I just didn't see him shoot. I must have been Avxry.
Yeah, I didn't realize this until I obviously just watched Ninja play the other day. He just casually like hits the llama, and it's so much faster than holding E and then just waiting for it to explode.
The loot llama blesses you.
Oh yeah,
you get
500 of every resource plus like
6 million
like,
ammo,
else, like
6 million jump pads, campfires. You get blessed.
Yeah. Hey, liking that llama there, Taylor?
I'm just wondering if I break it, do we get 100,000 more viewers? That's what I'm wondering whenever it comes to this thing.
I stuffed it with V-Bucks.
You stuffed it with V-Bucks? I'm breaking this all day, bro, to get the stuff.
That's our next giveaway.
Hey, trust me.
A loot llama full of V-Bucks.
Don't play around, man.
I know, right?
I'll take the llama back. We'll see you later, bud.
Well, hey, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. FaZe Tfue, I mean, he's playing well, but not well enough in order to come back here. Maybe if Cloak would have been alive, it could have been a little bit different. But even then, honestly, Tfue was tearing up everything in his path, and there was nothing that could escape. But another upset is going to happen. And we're going to see Avxry and NoahJ move on. I mean, but then again, they were the runner-ups in the last tournament. They're not a team to sleep on. And I want to showing here.
And I want to say too, like, is it maybe the FaZe guys getting like running out of steam a little bit?
That's what I was saying.
I mean, we've obviously been live for an incredibly long time. These guys, I know, we're probably practicing for hours leading up into today's tournament, really kind of warming up. I mean, the run that they go on, I think they faced off so far in the losers bracket, game after game after game. They faced off against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is their 6th opponent in the losers bracket alone, and back to back to back to back to back matches. Like, they are constantly going. And what's nice, as Tfue actually does get knocked here, is that Avxry and NoahJ, right, they've been kind of just chilling. They've been kind of hanging out, watching everyone play, warming up a little bit from time to time, but not really stressing too much. They're here for a reason. So, I mean, hey, they obviously move on. And just like that, congratulations to Avxry and NoahJ for advancing here into our top 3.
Did you do that on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much over at this point. But nonetheless, I mean, you got, like I said, that control plain play style seemed to work out for them, and that's obviously what worked out for them in the previous tournament, and it manages to beat FaZe, a powerhouse team that we expected to go on, and FaZe is probably one of the bigger upsets that we've seen so far. But coming back from what you said, are they getting tired? And I mentioned it earlier. They just went against a massive match against Ninja and King.
Well, that was a headache for sure.
That was a headache, and I think
that was a migraine.
They made it out of it though. So I mean, you got to be feeling good. You got momentum. You got you FaZe up.
It does wear on you.
But it does wear on you. Like, think about how much energy they had to put into that match, and now going against Avxry, they're like, we just beat one of the best teams in the tournament. Going against Avxry, maybe they took it a little bit for granted.
Well,
I don't know.
Like, I think what happens, right? Because of course, like you said, right, you do have a high from that, but you also carry the baggage of what happens if you would have lost that. So it's a matter of, okay, that's great. We obviously have the momentum leading into this next series. One of them dies, right? And then it all goes out the door. The stress starts to come in, the wear and tear of how long have we been playing this for? Can we even survive? Can we continue on? Like, all that starts to rest in their minds, and they realize, not necessarily have we wasted this entire day because it's been an awesome action, but essentially, is all this for naught? Are we going to even get in the money? Yep. And now it's obviously the answer is no. And obviously, massive props to the FaZe guys. I mean, I think we have to really give a huge shout-out to both Tfue and Cloak for making as far as they did. Of course, half of the FaZe Pro Fortnite team. I mean, they made one heck of a run, and you got to give them all the respect in the world for making as far as they did. Definitely one of the best losers bracket runs at Fortnite. As it stands currently, would have been awesome if they could have obviously faced off in losers finals and made it to finals and grand finals rather, and whatnot. But all the credit to those boys.
Yeah, but now we got to see NoahJ.
This is an interesting one.
We're down to our top 3.
We're down to our top 3.
We're down to the final 3.
We are.
And so to obviously list the final 3, it is obviously NoahJ456 and Avxry, Daquan and Hamlins, who will now be facing off against one another. And then the grand finals, it's Typical Gamer and Sore Thief, who have probably been sitting pretty for about